Thistle brass, ladies and gentlemen. What a great way to enter the ceremony this afternoon. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Delighted to declare open this ceremony for the conferment of degrees and other academic distinctions. Please take your seats. Deputy Principal, graduates, families and friends, good afternoon and welcome to our fourth and final summer graduation here at the University of Stirling in 2025. My name is Jack McConnell. I was a student here, so it gives me great pleasure to be Chancellor of the University and a great pleasure to be presiding over the ceremony this afternoon. I'd like to welcome onto the platform in particular Professor Malcolm MacLeod, a Senior Deputy Principal. Unfortunately, our Principal, Sir Jerry McCormack, was not able to join us this afternoon, but Malcolm has stepped in at reasonably short notice, and we're very grateful to him for contributing to the ceremony at a later stage. We also have on the stage, and I'd like to welcome representatives of the University Court, staff, and other guests, and in particular, our outgoing Chair of the University Court, Mr. Harry Adam, and incoming Chair of the University Court, Mr. Hamish Grossart, both of whom are very welcome indeed. And a special welcome to our distinguished honorary graduand, Nikki Reid. Or should I say, Nikki, welcome back. Nikki is a proud former student of Stirling, an alumna of Stirling, having graduated from the university in 2007. With a degree in film, media and sociology. And boy, has she used that degree well. Through her role as Chief Executive of the Scottish Professional Football League Trust, Nikki plays a vital role in supporting people live healthier and longer lives through football. This university has always had a passion for improving health and well-being, and in particular, always had a passion for sport from its early days. Nikki is a respected leader in both the third sector and in sport, and you'll hear a lot more about her very, very soon as we make her a doctor of the university in recognition of her outstanding contribution to her charity, but also the impact her leadership has had across Scotland. Graduation is always a highlight in the university calendar, and today's ceremony is an important ritual and culmination of your university experience. So congratulations, graduands. You are about to become graduates. You have reached a real milestone, and as you walk across the stage today, please savour the moment and be very proud of your achievements. While today is very much about you, it's also a big day for your family and friends who've no doubt supported you along the way, emotionally, and I suspect also from time to time, financially too. Now, I like these ceremonies to be loud and noisy, and more like an American graduation ceremony than a traditional, polite British graduation ceremony. So I hope we're going to make a lot of noise as we cheer everybody across the stage and their speakers this afternoon. But let's start off by taking the opportunity to thank your family and friends for helping you get here today. Thank you very much to all of them. That's the idea. Although I think you can probably be a little bit noisier as we go forward. Your degree is your passport to your future, and I hope that in celebrating, you also acknowledge what a powerful and exciting new chapter awaits you as you take on your new roles as our next trailblazers, leaders and thinkers. You are graduating at an important time for our society and the world in general, and we need minds like yours to help tackle the major challenges we face to change lives and to create a more sustainable and inclusive world. In front of me today, I hope to see the next generation of sports coaches and psychologists, teachers and social workers, housing and criminology experts. You can be our visionaries and our change makers. You'll be at the forefront of developing and applying innovative solutions that will have a positive impact in your chosen fields and in the wider world. So I hope today, in celebrating your graduation, you make a personal commitment to use what you have learned here at Stirling to help make improvements for your future, but also for our future. We are relying on you to make a difference and to be the difference in the slogan of the university. As you step into the next chapter, your degree from Stirling will open doors for you. Since our foundation in 1967, this university has been driven by its mission to connect, innovate, and transform. In everything we do, we strive for purpose and impact, constantly challenging the status quo. Be proud of your university and the fact that it's held in the highest regard. In the QS Stars University ratings, we have an overall rating of 5 stars, as well as individual 5 stars for teaching employability, global engagement, research facilities, and environmental impact. We're first in the UK and top 10 in the world for campus environment. And thank goodness the sun has come out and you'll get a chance to enjoy that this afternoon. And we're top 20 in the UK for postgraduate teaching. And be confident knowing that you leave here today with excellent prospects, with 96% of our graduates in work or further study within 15 months of leaving the university. We're ranked among the world's top 200 institutions for our contribution to meeting the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, highlighting the tangible difference that we are making through our teaching, research and influence. We are, of course, also Scotland's University for Sporting Excellence, and we're ranked first in the UK for sports facilities. Our athletes compete at the highest level of their sports, including at the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games and the World Championships, and indeed 8 of our swimmers will compete at the World Aquatics Championships in Singapore in just over 4 weeks' time. We have 2 of our successful sports students with us today to graduate, and it's not always right to highlight individuals, but I think both Louise Duncan and Gabriella Wood deserve a special mention for their achievements while they were students, as well as today managing to secure their degrees. We wish them, all our athletes, our great athletic ambassadors, all the very best of luck for the future. Our first Chancellor, Lord Robbins, led the expansion of higher education across the UK, and I am honoured to wear the same robes that he wore as such a pioneer. In 1968, after our foundation, he set out 3 challenges for this university. Firstly, our institution should be at the heart of its community, and we've certainly succeeded in that effort. Today, we play a leading role in driving economic growth, productivity and prosperity through Stirling and Clickmanager City Region deal, and educating the next generation of nurses, social workers and teachers across Forth Valley. His second challenge was to be innovative, and we can safely say that innovation has been Stirling University's middle name. Whether that's through our mission-focused research, links to business, state-of-the-art campus facilities. Just last month, we unveiled a new innovation hub, which enhances digital learning through advanced technologies such as virtual classrooms, holographic projection, and AI-enabled robotics. And his third challenge was to be international and outward-looking. Today, international students account for more than 1/3 of our student population, with over 140 different nationalities represented in the student population. We teach internationally, including in China, Singapore, Vietnam, and the United Arab Emirates, and we partner with institutions on dual degrees in a very meaningful way. The latest Research Excellence Framework, an independent evaluation of university research, ranks Stirling 4th in Scotland, still a great achievement for a relatively new university, and 43rd in the UK for research impact, with more than 80% of the research here rated world-leading or internationally excellent. Our researchers are at the forefront of groundbreaking research, which is addressing major global challenges, including in the fields of climate change, food sustainability, and public health. Over the past year, our social scientists have uncovered stark statistics around the lives of children in Scotland's care system, developed harm reduction measures for drug-related deaths, and launched new research designed to help people living independently. And what remains true over the years is that none of this progress is possible the energy, adaptability and resilience of the people who work here. So while you deserve recognition for your achievements today, I would also like you to thank our staff who've helped you reach this point in your academic journey. So let's thank them for their commitment and hard work in supporting you through your studies. And I just want to say a couple of things in finishing, given this time when you are graduating and everything that is going on. The celebrated Scottish writer Robert Louis Stevenson said, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant." A good way to live your life. You've sown seeds here in Stirling, honing your knowledge, skills and experience. And from these roots, it's now time to grow and flourish and make your mark on the world. I personally have been immensely fortunate to have, in the time since I graduated from Stirling, travelled all over the world. I've seen immensely successful and inspiring things, but I've also seen real poverty and despair too. And I'm struck everywhere that education is the single most important route out of those situations and give the opportunity to experience the better things that can be possible through a school or a higher education. Education has a universal benefit. And when we were students back then, we used to campaign on our slogan, "Education is a right and not a privilege." And I've come to believe very strongly over the decades that it's both a right and a privilege, and therefore it's really important to use it well. So in going forward, I hope that, first of all, you'll work hard, you will be ambitious, you'll have successes in your lives and celebrate those successes. Don't be shy about it. But also treat that with a bit of humility, because you never know what's just around the corner. Learn from your mistakes. You'll make mistakes. We've all made mistakes in life. But learn from those mistakes. Use them as opportunities to grow and develop as an individual and make better judgments next time around. And remember at all times those who need you, your family, your friends, those less fortunate than you. Because from time to time you'll need them as well. And that's what keeps us all together. I'm sure the world this week, perhaps more than any other for quite a while, looks like a very scary place. From climate change to ever-increasing conflict, it's a challenging world out there. But it's also a world of immense opportunity in the 21st century. And in that world of fake news and division and the rejection of scientific evidence and facts by leaders in far too many places, remember that you came from Stirling University, a place that looks for solutions and not scapegoats, a place that puts community ahead of me first. And as you leave the university today, or whenever you come back, glow with pride at having been at such a university and graduating from it. Enjoy your day today and good luck for the future. It's a great pleasure to call upon Professor Paul Townsend to present Miss Nikki Reid.
Thank you, Jack. Good afternoon, all. My name's Paul Townsend, and I'm the Deputy Principal. Been here for 7 months, and I look after research and innovation. And it's an absolute privilege for me to be here today. Chancellor, members of the university, graduands and guests, it is my privilege to present Nikki for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of the University in recognition of her exceptional leadership in football charity and her transformative contribution to public health, social welfare all across Scotland. As an alumna of our wonderful university, graduating with a degree in film and media with sociology in 2007, Nikki exemplifies the transformative impact of education and the extraordinary potential of our graduates to effect meaningful change in and on society. Her journey from student to national leader stands as an aspiration to all who pass through this hall today. She's demonstrated how academic foundations can be built upon to create lasting social impact. For the past 7 years, Nikki has served as Chief Executive Officer of the Scottish Professional Football League Trust, an organisation founded in 2009 with the mission to, I quote, use the power and reach of football to change lives for the better. In this pivotal role, she coordinates and empowers vital work of 42 charitable organisations associated with football clubs across Scotland, creating a nationwide network of community engagement that reaches over 700,000 people each year across the whole nation. Her path to leadership was paved with dedication and purpose, beginning her career in community sports development at the same time as being a radio presenter at Central FM. She honed her skills through various roles at the SPFL Trust and prior to that at Falkirk Football Club, before becoming the CEO of the Trust. This experience has bestowed her with both the practical wisdom and visionary outlook necessary to transform the Trust from a coordinating body into a powerful catalyst for social change. Under her strategic stewardship, the Trust has evolved dramatically, expanding its scope, its impact and partnerships. Where once it primarily coordinated club activities, it now stands as a major force in the Scottish community development, with programmes reaching all 42 professional clubs and benefiting hundreds of thousands of individuals across all different demographics and communities. This portfolio of initiatives that Nikki has championed speaks volumes about her commitment to holistic community welfare. The flagship Fans Trust in Training programme, developed collaboration with researchers from our Faculty of Health Sciences and Sport, and funded by the Scottish Government, has engaged over 8,000 participants, particularly men in the age range of 35 to 65, who might otherwise be difficult to reach with health interventions. The programme has yielded remarkable results, with participants experiencing an average weight loss of 5 kilograms and significant improvements not just in their physical activity levels, but also their psychological activity levels and lifestyle changes. Beyond physical health, Nikki has ensured that the Trust addresses mental well-being through initiatives such as the mental health first aid training across the football clubs. Her commitment to combating social isolation is evident in the acclaimed Festival Friends programme, which has provided Christmas meals and companionship to over 26,000 people who are isolated adults across Scotland during what can be one of the loneliest times of the year for many. Educational initiatives under her leadership include the innovative 442 Reading Challenge, which has inspired over 20,000 Scottish children to enhance their literacy by agreeing to, I'm sure with persuasion, to reading 4 books over a 4-week period, with match tickets and other football-related experiences serving as those incentives. This front-footed and creative approach to tackling educational disengagement demonstrates Nikki's understanding of how football can appeal and be harnessed to address even seemingly unresolved and unrelated social challenges. Perhaps most impressively, when the COVID-19 pandemic threatened communities and the very existence of many club foundations, Nikki's leadership was nothing short of extraordinary. She rapidly led Scottish football's emergency response, helping to coordinate vital support to vulnerable communities. This initiative delivered food packages, medicine and practical assistance to over 100,000 people during lockdown. Simultaneously, she secured £4.5 million in emergency funding, safeguarding these vital community assets during unprecedented times and ensuring that their continued service when society needed them most. Nikki's collaborative approach has fostered meaningful partnerships with many stakeholders, including, as mentioned, the Scottish Government on public health, NHS Scotland on mental health programmes, Maggie's on cancer awareness campaigns, Age Scotland on elderly support programmes, and Education Scotland on school engagement initiatives. She serves as a member of the Scottish Government's Future of Football Cross-Party Working Group and the Ministerial Roundtable Group on Enhancing Football, helping to steer national policy on how sport can address societal challenges. As a regular contributor to discussions on sports and social impact on BBC Scotland and STV, she articulates powerfully how football can be leveraged as a force for good. If this wasn't enough, Nikki volunteered between 2018 and 2022 on the Scottish Government's National Suicide Prevention Leadership Group. The relationship between Nikki and our university extends far beyond her alumni status. Through her energy, our division of sport has developed significant partnerships with football club foundations in Forth Valley, creating valuable student placement opportunities and research projects, providing our students with real-world experiences in sport for developing settings and enhancing their employability and professional networks. She's delivered guest lectures, sharing her industry knowledge and inspiring the next generation of sport development professionals. Moreover, she has actively contributed to our strategic planning through participation in various meetings for our Sports Research Centre, helping to inform our future direction and develop potential for what we call impact case studies for the Research Excellence Framework to be delivered in 2029. Her inclusion of the division as a partner in funding applications relating to anti-discrimination across education in schools and further demonstrates her commitment to leveraging academic expertise for social benefit. As Scotland's University for Sporting Excellence, we recognise Nikki as a kindred spirit, someone who fundamentally understands that sport's greatest power lies not just as an athletic achievement, but in its capacity to transform lives, communities and society. Her work shows how sporting institutions can become vehicles for positive change, and when society is guided by these principled, passionate and inclusive leadership, only good things happen. By conferring this honorary doctorate, we not only recognise her remarkable achievements, but also strengthen a partnership that promises to yield significant benefits for our students, our research and the communities we collectively serve in the many years ahead. Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the Academic Council, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Nikki Reid.
I confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of the University. Congratulations. We'll need to do a quick photo for the team here. Here we go. See you in a minute. I was just sitting behind Nikki there thinking that every single honorary graduate that we've had at a ceremony since I became Chancellor 6 years ago has said, did you see the high heels on those students as they came along the stage? And Nikki's come on the stage today with heels higher than anybody, I think, this morning or this afternoon. Dr. Reid, well done, Nikki. Thank you very much for being here. Nikki is our 437th honorary graduate, and she's just signed the roll of honorary graduates that's existed since 1968, and she joins quite an incredible list of people on that list. And we'll look forward to hearing more from her towards the end of our ceremony today. We shall now proceed with the conferment of degrees and other academic distinctions, and I call upon Professor Paul DeMail of the Faculty of Health, Sciences and Sport to present the candidates for awards, and I confer upon these candidates the awards for which they are now presented. We'll be joined on stage by Professor Ashley Shepherd, the Dean of the Faculty, who will congratulate the students representing the principal here this afternoon. Paul.
Thank you. Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the Academic Council, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Milena Banic. Ragul Servamuthi. For the degree of Master of Science, Sport Management, Kainat Kawit. Darshan Narsi Parmar. For the degree of Master of Science, Sport Nutrition, Ross Cameron Patterson. For the degree of Master of Science, Sport Performance Coaching, Daniel Alexander Kernan. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Sport Business Management, and the recipient of the Sport Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for the Best Research Project, Kyle Pontes. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Sport Business Management, Isa Aslanoglu. Daniel Bruce. Hugo Chen. Matthew Clapham. Roisin Clark. Libby Corcoran. Holly Corkill. Maria Eve Cormack. Alexander Craig. Ben Craig Hislop. Angus Alexander Dow. Max Lewis Flett. Daniel Franklin. Charles Gallagher. Connor Galloway. Ross Colin Graham. Alexander Hodge. Andrew Hogg. Louisa Felice Keller. Ellie Kennedy. Cameron Ian Knox. Kieran Love. Lyle Stanley McLeish. Logan McLean. Anis McRitchie. Jack Thomas Munsey. Exoze Sakawa. Finlay Ramsey. Daniel Rawlinson. Aidan Riach. Nikita Rogozin. Ryan Sloss. Fern Travers Weir. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Sport Development and Coaching, and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning, Sport Development and Coaching Prize, awarded for the Best Research Project, Conrad Vanook. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Sport Development and Coaching, Lauren Bullock. Alexandra Coyle. Matthew Stephen Catire. Ross Dillon. Orla Duncan. Aaron Hart. Sarah Ann Healy. Anna Martin. Fraser McCallum. Ewan Alexander McConaughey. Jamie Mulheron. Jack Park. Hayden Payne. Lauren Semple. Melissa Shaw. Callum James Simpson. Ross Kenneth Smith. Mark Fennick Thompson. Gregor Turner. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Sports Studies and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for the Best Sports Studies Research Project, Grace Elizabeth Stirling. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Sports Studies, Erin Amar Barclay. Benjamin Aslett. Lily Bevan. Anne Broadhurst. Daniel Brown. Blair Cassidy. Declan Cathcart. Wing Yu Shan. Hyung Suk Cho. Daniel Clark. Joe Crombie. Arno Delcourt. Louise Duncan. Aisling Aoife Dunn. Oren Cian Elway Forbes. Robbie Fraser. Timothy Goldie. Charlotte Grant. Patrick Grooms. Sarah Mackenzie Harrison. Natalie Hendry. Lucy Jackman. Abby Kerr. Martin Knight. Samantha Liddle. Benjamin McCaffar. Nathan MacDonald. Blair Ian Mackenzie. Abigail McMenamin. Rebecca Elizabeth Melville. Andrew Medvin. Lewis Miller. Benjamin Moe. Archie Monroe. Christopher Pollock. Emily Price. Jake Service. Jamie Slavin. Taylor Stevenson. Jenny Stoddart. James Stokes. Gregor Tate. Kayana Vakil. Gabriella Wood. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sports Psychology, and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for the Best Sports Psychology Research Project, Alex Hemphill. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sports Psychology, Megan Adamson. Edward Garcia Clegg. Lewis Garrity. Emily Gallanders. Morgan Lynn Pitcaithley. Iga Wojciechowska. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sport and Exercise Science, and the recipient of the Physiological Society Prize, awarded for the best performance on the Sport and Exercise Science programme, Lauren Mackenzie Harrison. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Sport and Exercise Science, Henry Baker. Sean Butters. Mark Ewan Carberry. Jaden Charles. Jennifer Cunningham. Erin Dawson. Damon Duff. Christopher Elliott. Claudia Forbes Walker. Dylan Gallagher. Rory Neil Gartshore. Jamie Grant. Alex Gray. Pierce Wilson Greening. Emma Elizabeth Harvey. Callum Irving Jeffrey. Emily Kelly. Jack Kennedy. Ethan Mackay. Jennifer Mackenzie. Kieran Malcolm. Chloe McAllister. Kyle McBride. Liam McLaughlin. Elena Mary Morgan. Jack Muir. Rory Monroe. Peter Nelson. Ilhan Omar Nur Azam. Grace O'Reilly. Georgios Papadopoulos. Cameron Reid. Louise Jane Reid. Lily Sarah Love Shaw. Rebecca Shulman. Daniel John Sorley. Ross Stanton. Holly Bethan Stodgel. Kyla Ray Stone. Anne Louise van den Schrick. Adam James Wilson. Millie Henderson Wilson. Ben Wolojan. Charlotte Wright. Jordan Wiles. For the degree of Bachelor of Honours, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Sport Development and Coaching, Joanne Pulteney. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Sports Studies, Heather McRae. Cam Murphy.
Professor Paul DeMeo, thank you very much. And of course, Ashley as well. Thank you very much indeed to both of them. Now, this is our longest graduation ceremony this week. Why it's the last one and be the longest one, I'm not too sure. But it is the longest. There's going to be a lot more graduates to come. And I think I know two things about sports students. One is that most of you have got a very strong handshake, perhaps not surprisingly. So what's left of my hand will keep going. But also that sports students know how to cheer better than anybody else in the university. So we need to keep the energy up for all those still to come and make sure that we finish off the week and our ceremonies with the best possible level of noise. So it gives me great pleasure to call upon Professor Peter Matthews of the Faculty of Social Sciences to present the candidates for awards, and I confer upon these candidates the awards for which they are now presented. And we'll be joined by Dr. Niles Hamilton-Smith to congratulate the candidates as they come along.
Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the Academic Council, I present to you, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Beth Cairns. Jade Elizabeth Hooper. Scott Peter Hunter. For the degree of Master of Science, Applied Social Research, Rija Farhan. For the degree of Master of Science, Social Work Studies, Hopemipo Haborishade. Felix Olalekan Babaololo. Saoirse Flaherty Brown. Erin Kreb McLachlan. Ellen Dickey. Ijoma Immaculate et chez moi. Kimberly Jane MacDonald. Sarah Rosemary McClellan. Heather Linda Thompson. For For the degree of Master of Science Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, Prithviraj Singh Thakur. For the Postgraduate Diploma Applied Professional Studies, Management and Leadership in Social Services, Agnieszka Rozik-Jiska. For the Postgraduate Diploma Applied Professional Studies, Social Work Practice Education, Katrina Salisbury. For the Postgraduate Diploma Social Work Studies, Shannon McEwen. For the Postgraduate Diploma Tertiary Education with Teaching Qualification Further Education, Stephen Alexander Barclay. Stefan Bodkiewicz. Heather Fletcher. William George Francis. Gordon Stewart Gray. Rachel Hunter. Tyler Huxford. George Agbeshi Kupodu. Rosemary Liddell. Paul Hannah Marnie. William Daniel McMillan. Ellie Elizabeth Ann Moore. Kyle Christopher Murphy. Vicky Ruth Patterson. Cheryl Thompson. For the Postgraduate Certificate, Applied Professional Studies, Adult Services Support and Protection, Leanne Barton. Sherry McCalley. Jay Peebles. Christine White. For the Postgraduate Certificate, Applied Professional Studies, Management and Leadership in Social Services, Katie Dawson. For the Postgraduate Certificate, Applied Professional Studies, Social Work Practice Education, Greg David Crossan. Ian Ross. Hannah Wheel. For the Postgraduate Certificate, Tertiary Education with Teaching Qualification, Further Education, Jamie Campbell. Ewan McVie. Gillian Trotter. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Law, and the recipient of the Excellence in Dissertation Prize awarded for Excellence in Criminology Dissertation, Bethany Birch. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Law, and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize awarded for outstanding performance in social sciences, and the recipient of the Excellence in Dissertation Prize awarded for excellence in the criminology dissertation, Annabelle Audrey Molly Lugton. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Law, Layla Mayer. Gina Fox. Emma Grant. Julia Kokubewa Lugenga. Finn McCurvey. Alicia Adile Nduka. Nikita Rupa Singha. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Politics, and the recipient of the Excellence in Dissertation Prize, awarded for excellence in the criminology dissertation, Poppy Diamond. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Politics, Connor Button. Kirsty Stordy Fraser. Ellie Riley. Ben Winter. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Social Policy, and the recipient of the Excellence in Dissertation Prize, awarded for excellence in the Sociology, Social Policy or Criminology dissertation, Mila Atanasova. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Social Policy, Katie A.M. Borthwick. Robert Braithwaite. Abigail Anna Ferguson. Dana Hamill. Jenna King. Noah Millard. Halle O'Connor. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Sociology, and the recipients of the Excellence in Dissertation Prize, awarded for excellence in the Sociology, Social Policy or Criminology dissertation, Maria Leibig. Georgina Jane Robertson. Jordan Searle Barnes. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Criminology and Sociology, Diana Kena Asamoah Boateng. Eleanor Alice Bennon. Kira Brannigan. Leanne Broadley. Sarah Broderick. Sophie Rebecca Bryson. Georgia Carson. Katie Jane Corcoran. Jessica Corrigan. Marianne Dalgano. Pauline Destupris. Amelia Kate Finucane. Erin Hamilton Fraser. Katie Janet Haddafan. Layla Hartwell. Rory Henderson. Ross Joe Jenkinson. Cara C. Kerr. Laura Kramer. Sophie Lockery. Megan McCrimmon. Hayley Marmion. Ellie McCall. Macy McGarry. Charlie Phoenix Miller. Lisa Miller. Georgia Murray Parry. Amy Shona Murray. Sally Nisbet. Sophie Patton. Tegan Rogers. Becca Stevenson. Ailey Stewart. Ella Swan. Kira Taggart. Hugh Teague. Sarah Thwaites. Hannah Victoria White. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Education Primary, with a specialism in literacy, Katie Gilfillan. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Education with specialism in early years, Ikra Khan. Tracy Susan McGowan. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Education with specialism in inclusive practice, Casey Lee Agnew. Caitlin Hill. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Education with specialism in modern languages, Amy Johnman Crawford. Tegan Jeanette Stark. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Education with specialism in numeracy, Halina Abid. James Smith. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Education with specialism in the environment, Alexander William Ewing. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours English Studies and Education, Beth Anderson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours English Studies and Professional Education, Secondary, Katie Roseanne McKee. Nadia Tomlinson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours French with Spanish and Professional Education, Secondary, Chloe Catherine McAteer. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours History and Politics and Professional Education, Secondary, and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for outstanding performance in social sciences, Ria Colbridge. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours History and Politics and Professional Education Secondary, Abby Emily Cooper. Ellie Charlotte Goulet. Megan Martha Elizabeth Marshall. Morna McKee. Molly McLean. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours History and Professional Education Secondary, Neve Armstrong. Caitlin Lorraine Musgrove Burnett. Megan Forbes. Ryan Donald McGugan. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours History and Sociology, Hannah Dewar. Leah Claire Morrissey. Kirsty Margaret Nicholson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours History and Sociology and Professional Education Secondary, Emma Louise Allen. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Philosophy and Religious Studies and Professional Education Secondary, Sophie Louise Murray. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Politics and Sociology, Jamie Hewitt. Alicia Young McCarty. Cameron Lewis Patterson. Amy Petrie. Maya Waters. Hannah Mary Helen Young. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Professional Education Primary with specialism in early years, Yasmin Allerton. Holly Butler. Rachel Ellen Christie. India Frame. Nicole Frame. Alex Latham Gaffney. Victoria Ann Elizabeth Green. Freya Hukin. Chloe Husky. Francesca Hind. Cara Lees. Morgan Olivia McFadden. Ellie Ann McFarlane. Rebecca R. McKinnon. Neve Reddick. Eve Ritchie. Kirsty Robertson. Emily Joan Ross. Megan Stewart. Kate Heather Story. Lucy Jane Trodden. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Professional Education Primary, with specialism in inclusive practice, Amy Brown. Holly Caitlin Cruikshank. Laura Ann Elwood. Zoe Gordon. Mia Joyce. Laurie Lawson. Cara Jade Mackenzie. Rachel Neve McIntyre. Holly McLean. Gabriella Montgomery. Mary Catherine Napier. Louise Jane Price. Nicola Robertson. Christy Dawn Shaw. Katie Suter. Caitlin Wright. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Professional Education Primary, with specialism in literacy, Lindsay Cormack. Isabel Gray. Brenna McGregor. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Professional Education Primary, with specialism in modern languages, Courtney Maria Jamie Clark. Emma Louise Forsyth. Karina Hunter. Lucy McCluskey. Chloe Miller. Eleanor Claire Stevenson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Professional Education Primary, with specialism in numeracy, Katie Child. Rachel Molly Murphy. Sarah Stewart. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Professional Education Primary, with specialism in the environment, Ailey Kirkwood. Kate Murray. Eve Pearson. Hannah Valentine. Sasha Tegan Tia Wallace. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Religion and Professional Education, Secondary, Rebecca Frew. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Work, and the recipient of the Nancy Ward Memorial Prize, awarded for the best final year social work performance, Samantha McNeil. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Work, and the recipients of the Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for outstanding performance in social sciences, Peter Caruth. Alison Louise Dyer. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Work, Lisa Aikman. Adele Bennett. Lauren Chelsea Bruce. Kate Coulter. Zilka Duncan. Fiona Kerr. Kirsten Wendy Alice Lyle. Adassa Mercedes McFarlane Diaz. Arlene McGeechee. Ellie Montgomery. Salome Makora. Rebecca Petrie. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Sociology and Social Policy, and the recipient of the Excellence in Dissertation Prize, awarded for excellence in the Sociology, Social Policy or Criminology dissertation, and the recipient of the SPC Honours Prize, awarded for the best performance in Honours, Amy Nicole Fulton. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Sociology and Social Policy, and the recipient of the Excellence in Dissertation Prize, awarded for excellence in the Sociology, Social Policy or Criminology dissertation, Dan Cameron. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Sociology and Social Policy, Maeve Natalie Begg. Gracie Blackford. Dulcie DeFay. Catherine Degnan. Sadie Dibble. Jennifer Louise Hall. Rachel Judd. Grace Katrina Calaras. Elise Rose Leifer. Ellie Carla McCracken. Louise Murphy. Laura Winsley. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Biology and Professional Education, Secondary, Rachel Margaret Forbes. Natasha Love. Elise Simone Henderson Little. Megan Mitchell. Lorna Rowan. Hayley Ann Muriel Stewart. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Environmental Geography and Professional Education Secondary, Leanne Jane Fox. Holly Rebecca Richmond. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Mathematics and Professional Education, Drew James Patterson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Sports Studies, Physical Education and Professional Education, Nicola Jean Berry. Lucy Boland. Paige Brody. Beth Clark. Niamh Conway. Frank Henry Gwynn. Alana Mochlin. Ellie Montgomery. Grace Morrison. Caitlin Jean Ann Much. Rory Stark. Paul Thompson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Criminology and Law, Sophie Ann Schultz. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Politics and Social Policy, Ethan Martin Mackenzie. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Teaching Qualification for Further Education, Victoria Fleeting. Nicole Fulton. Fiona Marie Gregg. Thomas Kevin Malone. Claire Margaret Marshall. Paul Roche. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Education, Jessica Robson. For the University Diploma Teaching Qualification for Further Education, Gareth Alexander. Joanna Marie Boyle. Derek Nielsen. And for awards in Stirling Management School for the degree of Master of Science Marketing Analytics, Usman Ali.
Wow. Peter Matthews, well done. Amazing. And thanks very much to Niall as well for joining us on this stage. There are always some people who cannot make it on the day, and I suspect some of them may well be watching on the live stream or will watch the recording afterwards. So I confer upon those graduates listed in the official record who have satisfied the academic requirements and who are not present the awards for which they are qualified. They deserve a big cheer as well. Yeah. And I hope you don't mind if I just say to all those prospective teachers out there, having graduated in maths and education from Stirling University a very long time ago, you've picked the best job in the world. So enjoy it and make the most of it. I'll now call upon Dr. Nikki Reid to address the Assembly on behalf of those who have received their awards. Nikki.
Chancellor, principals, members of the university and guests, what a genuine privilege it is to be here with you today to mark a wonderful milestone, a tangible demonstration of your hard work, your dedication, your commitment, and at times, I'm sure, your sacrifice. It's definitely a milestone worth celebrating. But it strikes me that we don't succeed in life alone. We succeed because we're taught, supported, encouraged, sense-checked, sometimes reined in, guided, and ultimately lifted by other people. And as I look around, it is clear that many of the people who have supported you are here today. Your lecturers, your tutors, your friends, your professors, the support staff, and for most of you, your family, or the family that you've chosen for yourself. Actually, graduation is a little bit for them too. To be honest, that's actually not something I had really appreciated for myself. It wasn't until I became a mum. I've got 2 older stepdaughters, both in their 20s. One is a Stirling graduate. And I've got 2 little girls who are 9 and 4 and a half. And the half is very important when you're 4, so we always mention the half. It wasn't until becoming a mum that I probably realised that these milestones are for other people too. When I graduated from Stirling in 2007, I didn't actually go to my graduation. There was no particular reason, Chancellor, apologies. I had a job by then, I was busy, I was working. But I hadn't appreciated that my choice meant that my friends and my family didn't get to celebrate in that milestone either. And actually, that's something I've grown to regret in previous years, particularly for my parents. But today, I get to right that wrong. And those of you who have turned up get to avoid it, so that's good. But I'm pleased to say that along with your loved ones, mine are here today too. My parents finally made it to graduation. My brother, my aunt, my husband, and my best friend. They all join yours to celebrate. And I know we've done this already, but that was really long but wonderful. So can we give all of the people who've supported us to get to this day another wee round of applause? I firmly believe it is a hugely important life lesson to know that no matter how smart, motivated, or connected you are, nothing, and I mean nothing, happens alone. Nothing happens without community, big or small. You just can't succeed in isolation. And of course, we spend so long focused on success, right? From the age of about 12, our teachers here will recognize this soon, we are encouraged to know what we want to be, what we are going to succeed at. Our subject choices at school, our work experience choices, indeed our choice of university, are all based on what we want to be when we're older. And now here you are today, having kept that at the forefront of your mind, getting your degree. But it's a very similar degree to the person sitting next to you, who also incidentally focused on what they want to be. So what next? How do you stand out? How do you succeed? Well, if I'm honest, and feeling a little bit brave, it's not just your degree that will determine that part. Knowing what you want to be will not be the thing that drives success. The difference is who you are and who you will become. What are your values? What's important to you? What are your red lines? How hard are you prepared to work? Will you go the extra mile? Will you say yes to even the most menial and mundane tasks? When I was not long out of university, despite not going to graduation, I got a job co-hosting the breakfast show at Central FM. I got up at 4 o'clock every morning. I was at the station for 5 o'clock. I was on air from 6 till 10, and at 10:15 I was due to work at Falkirk Foundation and Football Club, where I worked until 5 o'clock. Sometimes I had a nap in the car at lunch, and I got quite good at that, so that was helpful. But 2 nights a week I also worked at a cafe in Bridge of Allen, or rather a restaurant in Bridge of Allen, from about 6:30 until 10. I literally did the shifts nobody wanted. I washed the dishes, I submerged myself in life, and I made connections. I got my job at Falkirk FC after meeting them here when I worked at the cafe at the uni where they trained. I volunteered, I did matchday media, and I got a job in their learning centre. I got my job at Central FM after meeting the owner when he dined at the restaurant in Bridge of Allen, and I left him a note on a napkin asking for an opportunity. I listened, I observed, I took a punt here and there, I was brave, and often I failed. And just on that, to echo the Chancellor, failing is okay, because it's when we fail again and again, that we genuinely learn the most. In fact, I actually very nearly failed my degree here back in the day. I barely scraped it, probably by discretion, but I got it in the end. I got it by the absolute skin of my teeth. Chancellor, I'm hoping that we're even now on that. We'll chat later. Fantastic. Okay. But get my degree I did, and all the theoretical things that came with it. Although I'm pretty sure it's who I am that brought me a wee bit of success and actually brought me back here full circle to the podium today. But it's kind of hard to know who we are, right? Especially for most of you who are still in your early 20s. To be honest, it's probably only in the last few years that I've started to suss that out for myself, and I only just turned 40. So how do you guys work that out now? It's really hard in a time of influencers and social media and societies that are riddled with division and often overbearing opinions to simply get to know your true self. So I urge you to look up. Look up from your screens, look up from your textbooks, from your circle of self, look past your peer group. Look for what motivates you, what inspires you, what angers you. Look for the spaces, the gaps, and the need, because that is where you will find what excites you. And where excites you falls is where you find who you are. And that, my friends, is where you find success. On my wedding day to my lovely husband, Dave, hi Dave, hi, the celebrant made us stop and turn around for a whole 60 seconds and just look up. We were to look around the room and we were to soak it all in. We agreed, we knew it was coming, but it was frankly one of the most awkward parts of the whole day. But we did it, and actually it is one of my most cherished memories of the day. I saw the faces of my loved ones, my friends, my family's bored children, slightly, beloved aunts and uncles who had travelled from afar to be with us. I do also vividly remember, and I will share this with you, seeing some dude I actually didn't recognise at all and had to ask Dave about that later on after we were married. Anyway, it turns out it was AJ. He was a last-minute addition to the away stag, a friend of a friend, all-round good guy, and somehow got an invitation to the wedding. So it was all right in the end. But as cringy as I know this might be, I'd actually like you to do that just now. I know, cringe, but we'll do it because we're here and we all want to get home soon, don't we? So I would actually just like all of our graduates today to just take 10 seconds, you're going to have to actually do it because they're all behind us, to just do a quick 360 around the room. Just have a look. Please do, because otherwise it'll be really embarrassing because it's in my speech and I hope that, there you go. Fantastic. Okay. So, soak it all in. Your friends, the stage, the gowns, the flowers, your family. And then I've got graduates' turn, so that's good. We're on to winner. Because it's in these moments of connection that we find our fuel, that we find our gusto, that we find our grit, and that we find our power. Because you're going to need it. Life isn't going to be easy. It's going to be hard, and it's going to be long, and it's going to be tiring and unfair, and it's going to be tough. And sometimes it might be a little bit lonely. You're going to need thick skin, broad shoulders, stamina, a willingness to fail. You will have to make hard decisions. You will have to build resilience. For my whole career, I have been a woman in a man's world. It was never the plan. I wanted to be a TV presenter or a journalist, hence my decision to study film and media here. But somehow I found myself in football. And whilst it is a far better place now to be a woman, it hasn't always been the case. I have had to work harder every day to prove myself, to overcome discrimination. In my early 20s, a first-team manager banned me from press conferences because apparently I distracted the players. No, less so now. In my late 20s, a sports journalist once told me he could tell what size bra I was wearing simply by looking at my chest. And then he proceeded to do that for quite an inappropriate amount of time. In my 30s, a club director joked that I didn't actually need to dance on the table for the entertainment at half-time until the whistle blew. I was actually a CEO by then as well. I tell you this not to be antagonistic or to be defensive, but to show you how understandable it could have been to walk away, to work in another sector, but I didn't. Because actually, I love my job. Because football and sport has a unique power to improve the lives of people who struggle most. People who will not go to their GP. They will not go to their job centre. They will not go to Citizens Advice. They will not go to a food bank. But they'll go to their football club. And it's that ability that drives me and motivates me every day. Being able to fundamentally, categorically make people's lives better. Because above all, and quite simply, that is just who I am. I'm someone who wants others to succeed. I want you to succeed. I want people to thrive and be happy and be healthy. And if I can succeed at doing that, then all of the other stuff actually doesn't matter. What I learned here during my degree helps me with that on a daily basis. But I'm learning now that it's who I am that actually makes me good at it. So, as I draw to a close, I know some of you'll need a pee, you'll want a drink, you need to get your pictures taken. Let me say this. As you leave this chapter behind today, and you look ahead to the next, remember that your degree, as the Chancellor said, will absolutely open doors for you. But the world doesn't owe you anything. You are entitled to nothing. What you do next, the difference you will make, how you succeed, will be determined by who you are and who you become. Be honest, be kind, be hardworking and determined, be patient and be grateful, and be true to yourself. If you manage that, then I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever that when you leave here today, not only will you succeed, but you will be awesome. Class of 25, it's just my genuine privilege to say congratulations.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Reid, I hope that made up for the missed graduation ceremony in 2007. That was sensational, Nikki. Thank you very much. We are very, very proud of you. Thank you very much. Now, we move on to Professor Malcolm MacLeod, delivering a speech on behalf of the principal who couldn't join us today. And it's just a kind of sad moment, really, for all of us, because we're very happy that he's here to give the speech. But we know that Malcolm is retiring in a few weeks' time, and he's done a tremendous service to the university as Senior Deputy Principal. I'd like to thank him on your behalf for that, and also wish him very well on his retirement venture, which he was telling us about last night, which is a certain gin distillery and a wee range that might be available before Christmas. So keep an eye open for that. But for now, let's welcome Professor Malcolm MacLeod.
Thank you, Chancellor, for those kind words, and yes, for our discounts available, I'm sure. So, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to all our graduates. I hope you're all having a wonderful day as we come together to celebrate your success. Graduation is always a highlight in our university calendar, and today's ceremony is an important milestone in your journey with us. You came to university some years ago, made this place your home, and have been responsible for crafting the latest chapter in the university's brief but unique history. Today, it's important for us to celebrate publicly your well-deserved achievements with your classmates, our teaching and professional support staff, and importantly, with your families and friends, both here in the hall and also those viewing the event remotely. Graduation can be seen as a rite of passage, but it is also a bridging moment, a time to pause, reflect, and look back on your achievements, but also to look forward to the road ahead. You might have noticed on the lecterns in front here, and you will also see on your certificates our coat of arms, which is reserved for special occasions such as these. It features 3 open books, signifying that the pursuit of knowledge and learning is central to what we do. With its references to a tower and battlements and a river in full flood, the coat of arms speaks to our historic city of Stirling and the unique part played by this region in shaping the course of Scotland's history. But there is another element within the coat of arms that is a powerful symbol of who we are and what we are about. A solid bridge with 7 arches spans the water. And of course, Stirling Bridge is a nod to our past and the battle that took place here in 1297 as part of the Wars of Scottish Independence. But it also says something about our purpose as a place of learning. Bridges connect places, they enable us to overcome obstacles in our path to reach our destination. They are good vantage points to survey the landscape around us. And of course, bridges bring people together. Perhaps today especially, but also as you go through your life, there will be times when you'll think back to your time here as a student at Stirling. You'll have your own memories and personal feelings about what the university means to you. Regardless of where your path takes you, regardless of the vantage point you hold, you can take confidence from the knowledge and skills that you've gained here in Stirling. You can draw strength from the resilience you developed, and I hope you will also think fondly of the friendships you've made and the people you have met and have come to admire and love in this place. In graduating today, you join a multicultural global network of more than 110,000 Stirling alumni from 180 countries. Wherever you end up, you will never be far from someone who shared the experience and the education you've received here at Stirling. This is a powerful network that I hope you will benefit from throughout your career. If you haven't already, I'd encourage you to engage with our Alumni Association, and our former students are a critical ingredient to our continued success as a university and as a community. Many give back, giving their time, sharing their talents, contributing to the opportunities we can provide for our students, and supporting the world-changing research that we carry out. So please do keep in touch and become active members of this truly extraordinary community. On behalf of the entire university, I wish you all continued success in the future. We'll always be waiting for you and look forward to welcome you back on this side of the bridge. Once again, many congratulations and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Malcolm, and all the best for your next venture. We are coming to the end of our ceremony, and we will soon be piped from the stage to be followed by all of the students. I hope that you will remain in the hall and give them a great cheer as they leave ahead of you, and then meet up with them outside and enjoy the rest of the day. I want to just thank a couple of people before we do that. First of all, I thank you again to the presenters, speakers, and the deans here on the stage who've helped ensure that the ceremony has gone very well. A big thanks to Christy for leading us with the mace on and off the platform, that important symbol of the university here in front of me. Earlier we thanked Thistle Brass for their introduction to the ceremony, and we will leave via Piper Dan, and we're going to have a really good send-off I should just mention that he's available for weddings and birthdays and things like that. As long as you feed him, he's very happy to go anywhere, anytime. And if you Google Piper Dan, you'll find his website. And you can make that book, and there may even be some gin behind the bar when that celebration takes place. And finally, I just want to say, you'll have noticed today that there are people all over the campus making sure that you have the best possible day. In fact, some of them are in between the rows right now, ready to make sure that everybody leaves at the right time. But many of them are staff of the university, some students, some volunteers, and of course, in the weeks leading up to graduation, many others have prepared everything to have a very special day for you, from the flower arrangements on the stage to the certificates that you will take away. Everything takes preparation and time, and I want to thank them, and I'm sure you do too, on behalf of everybody who have had a celebration this week. Thank you very much to everybody who's made these ceremonies so special. I hope that these lights are just an indication of how sunny it's going to be outside. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and evening. I now declare this ceremony for the conferment of degrees and other academic distinctions closed. Good luck for the future.